Hi everyone, let's discuss about implementation of generative AI using LangChain. This LangChain is a Python package which helps to create generative AI applications by using pre-trained models. We already know we have certain pre-trained models. So this pre-trained model has been trained with tons amount of data from internet, either by chatting, conversations, large amount of social media data. We have several types of pre-trained models, like we have Google Gemini, Facebook Meta Llama, OpenAI, Microsoft Cloud. Okay, these are all the several pre-trained models we have so far. By using this pre-trained models, we can create generative AI complete applications. So let's discuss about what's the generative AI mean. So generative AI is also known as Gen AI. The term for generative AI is nothing but Gen AI. It is a type of AI that generates new content by replacing human creativity. This new content is nothing but either it might be images, text, voice, code. It basically generates the new content or new data. Ghibli image generations, voice generations, code generation. Either it might be text. If you provide small prompt of text, it will give the complete explanation of the text, right? Previously, we know in AI we had machine learning. Machine learning has been trained with the previous history data. Whatever the new future input, if you provide for that model, will provide to give respective output, right? So, but it doesn't generate. But if we talk about deep learning, it basically generates, but it doesn't replaces the human creativity. If we talk about generative AI, it creates the new data by replacing human creativity. Fine. Let's discuss about the top tools which are used for building Gen AI applications as well as AI agents. There are mainly two tools. One is LangChain and another one is LangGraph. LangChain is basically from OpenAI, which helps to create generative AI applications. Also, we use to create RAG type of applications, chatbots and simple AI agents. Fine. So similarly, we have LangGraph. LangGraph is mainly used for generating AI applications. In order to make this complete project, we need front end as well as back end. For back end, we are basically using Fast API. In Python, we have three types of back end frameworks, right? Flask, Django, Fast API. So we are using Fast API for creating any kind of Gen AI or any LLM models. This Fast API is very helpful for interactings and integrations of this ML models. For front end, either we can go with the Streamlit or HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and React and JavaScript. If you know, it's well and fine. Overall, by utilizing this, we can completely create our Gen AI applications. Let's discuss about the top APIs or models of Gen AI applications. So we have four models. First, we have OpenAI GPT. This OpenAI GPT is provided by OpenAI, so which is paid. We need to pay $5 in order to access this API and work with the pre-trained models. So by using this, we can build our Gen AI applications by giving the prompt for the pre-trained model, and we are getting the response so that we can utilize to build our applications. Next, we have Anthropic Cloud. This is provided by Microsoft. This is also a paid version where it provides a pre-trained model. Next, we have Facebook or Meta Llama. This is basically used in certain extent. So next we have Google Gemini, which is free, which is open source. Anybody can use it, and we can create an exciting Gen AI applications. In this complete playlist, now let's do practical implementations of all this model, how it basically works and how we can create our Gen AI applications. I will create one folder in desktop, new folder, Gen AI application. Once after creating this folder, I can launch Jupyter Notebook directly from this folder path. We need to install pip install Jupyter Notebook. Once after you do that in the command prompt, easily able to launch Jupyter Notebook just by writing Jupyter Notebook. Successfully, I have launched the Jupyter Notebook. Now let's create one file and start implementing each model in detail. We need to click on New Python. So once you click on this Python, new Jupyter Notebook will be get launched. First, let's discuss of building a Gen AI application using freely available tool, that is nothing but our Google Gen AI. So in order to create our Gen AI applications, first thing we had to import some of the packages. Okay, those packages are nothing but, so pip install LangChain Google Gen AI. First, we need this package to be get installed. So I will press Shift and enter. Once after successfully installation of this package, we need another one package. So pip install LangChain OpenAI. I will rename this file as Google Gemini model. So first we need API. Before importing API, first let's import the packages. So from LangChain Google Gen AI, import chat Google Generative AI. This is the first step you need to do. Okay, first we need this package, then we want API. Google Gemini API. We need to put our API here. Okay, let's try to get the API. Okay, it's easily available. You can go to your browser and let me create one Google Gemini free available API. Okay, for this we need to go for Google AI Studio. You need to click on this first link. In the right top side you can see get started. We need to click on this get started. At the left side you can able to see, right, we need to click on get API key, create a new one if you don't have. So create API key. So here you can select this. After selecting this, you can able to generate the API. So this is how the API key will looks like. But after copying this API key, I will come directly here and I will paste my API key. So let's try to call the model. Gemini model, Gemini LLM model, chat Google generative AI. Whatever we have imported that library, we need to put this library, and then here we need to put two attributes. Okay, one is called as model. We are using Gemini 1.5 flash. Next thing we need API key. Okay, so Google API underscore key is equal to, I already have the Gemini API. I will copy this and I will paste it here. Now I have successfully called my Gemini model. So let's try to get the response from our Gemini model. I will create one variable called as response Gemini LLM model dot. We need to write invoke. Let's try to pass the prompt here. So I will create one prompt. What is Python? Okay, let's try to give this prompt, and this prompt I will directly pass to my model. Let's see what response we are getting. Okay, let me try to print the response. If I press shift enter, we are getting one response, right? In this response we are getting content which says Python is high level general purpose programming language. So also we are getting some other data. I just need this content thing. If you want only content, you can write only dot content. Okay, if I hit enter, this is what we needed, right? This is the response we basically getting from our pre-trained model. That model name is nothing but our Google Gemini, which is freely available. No need to pay for any API. Let's discuss about OpenAPI. We already know, we already discussed, right? This Open GPT API is a paid version. We need to give $5 for having this API. So how to get that API? Let's discuss. In order to get our Open API, we need to go for browser and we need to search for openai.com. Here, if you are not logged in, we need to log in here. Successfully log in, we need to go for dashboard. After going to dashboard, so at the left side you can able to see API keys. I have already created some API keys here. I will take any one API key. These are all the paid API keys. Initially you might get free trial, you can use this. So but I am having paid version, I will use any one API. I have successfully copied my OpenAI GPT API. After copying, what I will do, I will create separate file. Click on this new Python. Let me rename my file as OpenAI GPT model. First thing, I want to import the packages. We already installed, right? Tip install LangChain OpenAI. Okay, these packages you need to install. Fine. Once after successfully installation of this package, so I have successfully installed that package. Now what I can do is I can put my API here. So I already copied that API. I will put my API here. So once after pasting this API, first thing I want to call my model. Before calling this GPT model, I need to import that one. So from LangChain OpenAI import chat OpenAI. Okay, so let me try to run this. So let's call the model. So I will name my model as OpenAI model. So chat OpenAI. Here we need to pass four attributes. One is model. So I am using GPT-4. We have several kind of models. So we have GPT-1, GPT-2, GPT-3, GPT-4. We have GPT Pro. We have many models, but I am using GPT-4 as of now. Next, we need to put the temperature. I will set the temperature as 1.5. Then we need to give max tokens. I will put max completion tokens. Let me give as 10 as of now. Then I need to give our API. Okay, so API underscore key is equal to API. Fine, let me try to run this model. Now successfully I have my model. Let's try to get the response from it. Okay, so response is equal to, I will take this model and I will write invoke. Same thing as we did for Gemini model. Here we need to pass the prompt, input prompt. Let's try to write our input prompt. So I will give as prompt is equal to, so how far Earth is from Sun. So I will copy this prompt and I will directly pass to my model. Let's see what kind of response our model generate for my given input prompt. I need to write, I want only the content, so I will write the dot content. Response, if I run it, the average distance from the sun to earth is approximately 93 million miles. So this is how you can interact with our GPT OpenAI model. Now let's see how to get the API from our Microsoft Cloud, how to create the simple applications. For this Microsoft Cloud, I will create one file by the name called Anthropic Cloud. Okay, so cloud model. First thing is we need to import our package. So for importing package, pip install LangChain underscore entropy. Once after importing from LangChain Anthropic, import chat Anthropic. Next thing we need to call our model. So let me call my model cloud model is equal to chat Anthropic. This is how our overall Microsoft Anthropic cloud looks like. So first we have imported this chat Anthropic, then we need to give our model. After then we need to paste our API key here. So you can get that API from Anthropic cloud. So this is the paid API. As of now I don't have that API. If you have, you can paste that API here, and this simple thing, take this model and you can give the respective prompt here. So I just want to get the content and just write dot content, and you can successfully create our generative applications by hitting our pre-trained models. I hope you have understand all kind of three models. In further upcoming playlist, I will create many projects related to Gemini as well as LLM. Thank you.